Hey guys, welcome to Creative Arena. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create this wonderful spotlight effect with the Elementor page builder without the use of any additional plugin. At the end of this tutorial, we're going to create something that looks like this one. When you move your mouse, it reveals everything on the website. As you can see, when you bring it to the center, it looks a little bit smaller. And when you move it sideways, it grows and fills the whole area, showing you everything. And also, I'm going to show you another version of these, whereby the text, the various texts here are also hidden and reviewed as you move the mouse. Okay, so you can choose whatever one you want to make use of. So you can see a sample of that here. In this case here, when you move the mouse, you can see the text shows clearly. Okay. All right. So without further delay, let's dive in and get started. In our Elementor editing screen, the first thing we're going to do here is we just come over, click on this plus icon here, select the flexbox container and select the structure here. For the content width, I'm going to set it to full width. For the minimum height, I change the uniform pixel to VH and give it a value of 100. Then I'm going to justify content to the center and align item to the center. Head over to the style option. For the background type, I'll set it to classic and then give it the background image from a media library. So just select this image here and then I'll come over here. For the position, set it to center. The repeat, I set it to no repeats. Display size, I'm going to set it to cover. Then I'm going to come over to the background overlay, set it to classic and then give it the background overlay color of black. Then I'll come over here for the opacity. I'm just going to set it to 0.2. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do here, we'll go to the advanced settings, come over here, make sure there's no margin and there is no padding. Then I'll rename this container here for reference purposes as our hero container. I'll come over here to our elements and then I'm going to add a spacer widget. So now for the space here, I'm going to change the uniform pixel to VH and give it a value of 100. Go to the advanced settings, come over to the position and set the position to absolute. Now for the horizontal orientation offset, I'm just going to set it at empty. And then for the vertical orientation offset, I'm going to leave it at empty as well. Okay, so now that I've done that, the next thing I'll do here is I'll come over to our element and then select the container widget and drop it here. So for this container here, I'm going to rename it to our content widget. Okay, so now I'm going to justify content to the center and then align item to the center. Go back to our element and then I'm going to select a heading widget. Now for the heading text, I'm just going to set it to spotlight. Then I'm going to go to the style option and tweak it a little bit. For the alignment, I set it to the center. The typography, I come over here. For the font family, I leave it at default. The font size, I change the unit to REM and give it a value of 12 REM. Then I'll come over here. For the text color, I set it to white. Okay. So now, the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to come over here. I can add another text here. Take, for instance, we just come over here. Let's add a text editor right below. Come over to the style option. I'll tweak it a little bit. Set the color to somewhat off-white, like so. Come over, set the alignment to the center, the typography. For the font size, change it to EM, and then give it a value of 1.3 EM. Then we just come over here to the advanced settings for the custom width, set it to 60%. Okay, so we're done with that. So the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to add our CSS classes to the various widgets and then to the various container. Okay, so for this spacer widget, we can just rename this for reference purposes. I'm going to call it our spotlight. Okay, so now for this spotlight, I'm going to go to the advanced settings and come down here. This is where we're going to add our custom CSS class. So I'll go to my code editor. We have written down the code. So now not to worry about this code here. It's going to be made available in the description of this video for you to access it for free. So I'm just going to copy out the code, come over here, and then for the custom CSS class, I'm going to paste it here. Okay, now for the content container, I'm going to go to the advanced settings, come over here to the Z index first. I'm going to set the Z index to 1. And then I'm going to come down to the CSS class here, custom CSS class here. I'll go to my code editor and I'm going to copy this class here. And then I'm going to go back here and I'm going to paste it here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add an attribute, a custom attribute. So to do that, we're going to add it to our spotlight widget here. So come back here to the custom, to the advanced settings and come down to where we'll have the attribute. This is where we're going to add a custom attribute with the key and the value. So I come over to my code, and then this is the custom attribute here. So I'm just going to copy it out and come back here, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so now that we've done that, the next thing we're going to do, we'll come over to the hero container, go to the advanced settings, come down here to where we have the custom CSS. Then I'm going to go back here and copy out the custom CSS code here. And then I'm going to copy it and come over here, and then I'm going to paste it here. So you can see this is what we have here, and this is our spotlight. Okay, so now the thing what we're going to do here is I'm going to walk you through on how you can edit this spotlight. But before we do that, let's add our JavaScript so that our effect works perfectly when we preview it. Okay, so I'm just going to come over here, come over to our element, and then I'll search for the HTML widget, and I'm going to drag it and drop it here. Okay, then I'll head back to my code editor. This is where the JavaScript I've written down here for the purpose of this effect. So I'm just going to copy it out and then come back here, and I'm going to paste it. So you're going to notice that nothing really happens here in our editor. So but we'll publish it, and then let's come over here and preview it. We can see now that this is our effect, our spotlight effect. As you move your mouse, you can see the effects showing where, and when you come to the center, it shows smaller, but when you go over, you see it growing, and then it grows. When you come to the center, it becomes smaller, and it grows and grows. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our code editor, where I'll show you how to edit this spotlight here. So on our code editor, we'll come over to the hero, and let's come over to the custom CSS, and I'll walk you through what we'll have here in our root section. So now you can see here we'll have the spotlight X and the Y. What this does is it positions the spotlight wherever you want it to be on the screen. So take for instance on the spotlight X axis, we can just come over here and set the value to 30%, and you see it has moved to the left. And then when you set it back to 50, it comes back to the center. You come over to the Y, you set it to 70, it moves downwards, and then when you set it to 50, it comes backwards. Okay, so the next one here is the spotlight size. Now what this does is it increases the spotlight or reduces it. So we can set it here to 20, and you see it's reduced this small, and then when you increase it to 50, it becomes very big. Okay, so now let's set it back to our default value. And now for the spotlight base color, this is the black background you can see here. So you can change it to whatever color you want. However, I advise you leave it at black because it looks better at black. Now for the spotlight color, this is this color here. So you can just change it from white to whatever color you want. So we can just set it to let's say FFE. You can see it looks like that, gives that vintage color feel. And then when you come over here, you set it again to 4E, you can see this pinkish color. Depending on whatever you want, you can just add the color code here and you get whatever spotlight color you want. But I'm going to leave it at white because it looks better. Now for the spotlight opacity, what this does is this black segment here, it increases and reduces the opacity. So you can set it to 60. For instance, we bring it to 60, you see it looks this way, it doesn't look nice. So you can just bring it back here to either 95% or 90% or 96%. Within the 90, I think is much better and preferable. So now finally you come over to the blend mode. Now here you can change the blend mode, walk around with it and try other various blend mode property to see which one works well for you. You can just change it here from multiply to darken, and you now have a blend mode that looks like this. So you can just tweak it to suit whatever project you're working on. Okay, so that's pretty much it about it. So we're just gonna click on publish, and we're going to preview this on our live website. So on our live website, this is what we'll have here, as you can see. So when you move the hover, you see everything working well and showing brighter. So in a situation where you don't want your spotlight text to actually show this clearly, and then you want it to also be reviewed as you move the hover effect, you can simply achieve that by going back to our code. So we'll come over here. To achieve that, first thing we're going to do, we're going to come over here and we're going to comment out this. And then we're going to come over to the content, and then we'll come over to the advanced settings. And then for where we'll have the Z index, we're going to set the Z index value to none. Just delete the Z index value. So now when you publish this, and you preview this, you can see now that the spotlight text and everything reviews as you move the hover effect as well. So depending on which one you want to work for you, you can just tweak it and then you have that. Both ways looks great, but I prefer the first one, but depending on you. All right, so that's pretty much it about this tutorial. So we've come to the end of this tutorial. If you've learned something new from this tutorial, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to our channel, remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. And if you have any question or suggestion, feel free to drop your comments and I'll do it to attend to as much as I can. But until then, see you in our next video. For now, bye-bye.